How can you optimize your goal setting and your productivity based on your dominant brain animal? And these are the secrets. When you understand how your brain works, you could work your brain. I'm going to share with you some strategies that can help you maximize your efficiency, your productivity, your ability to reach goals based on your brain type. Now, before we start, if you haven't yet, make sure you take the assessment. It's only 4 minutes and it will change your learning and your life. You can find it at mybrainanimal.com. Pause this right now. Trust me, you want to get this information. It only takes 4 minutes, mybrainanimal.com. And also text and message that website to your friends, to your family members, to your fans, to your followers to find out what their dominant brain type is. Because when you know what brain animal you have, we give you strategies for free. We give you a detailed report on how to read faster, improve your focus, get into flow, remember names based on your brain type. We even show you how to use your brain type to enhance your parenting, to enhance your hiring, your management, your sales, selling on brain types, right? If you're selling to a cheetah versus an owl versus a dolphin versus an elephant. And if you're not familiar with these terms, that's okay. Just go to mybrainanimal.com, take the assessment, and then come back. Okay, now let's take your brain animal and let's talk about goal setting. I realize that it's not how smart you are, but how are you smart? And not everything is for everybody. Just like not every food is for everybody, not every person is for everybody. Everybody has a different style. And once you understand which of the 4 brain animals you are, then you could customize strategies, tools, and techniques to help you reach goals and be more productive. So let's talk about goal setting. Goal setting can be optimized by aligning with the inherent strengths and the preferences of each brain animal type. Here's how. Now, just as a quick review, code. Remember the word code, C-O-D-E. The C is your cheetahs, and the cheetah's dominant trait is action. The O are your owls, which is logic. The D are your dolphins, their dominant trait is creativity, and the E are your elephants, their dominant trait is empathy. And we go into so much more detail when you take the assessment, all right? But I don't want to take the time here because some of you are very familiar with the framework. All right, let's talk about cheetahs and goal setting. If you are a cheetah, you're quick, you're instinctive. Techniques are things that can help you reach goals. Well, you know your SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. It goes well, it fits well with cheetahs because they provide clear targets and deadlines. Cheetahs love to have a target. They love to have an outcome that they're going towards. Absolutely crucial for action-oriented individuals. So for each of these, I'm going to give you a technique, a tool, and a tip. So cheetahs, they love clear targets, clear deadlines, which are crucial for action-oriented individuals. So that would be a technique, would be SMART. The tool is something simple. It could be a to-do list or any .do, right? Some of you are familiar with different task management apps, which are great for cheetahs as they allow for quick entry, modification, and achievement tracking. And then the quick tip for cheetahs for goal setting and goal getting is set short-term goals. Cheetahs love the sprint. Cheetahs thrive on immediate results. So breaking down large goals into smaller, achievable milestones will keep cheetahs motivated and provide frequent satisfaction from accomplishments. When you think about dopamine, it's the molecule of more. It's the molecule of motivation. And so be able to check off those accomplishments by having short sprints will allow cheetahs to be in their element. All right, let's move to the O in code, and those are your owls. Are you an owl? Are you analytical? Are you logical? Are you methodical? And so let's talk about owls, goal setting and goal getting. The technique, one of my favorites is backward planning. owls can benefit from starting with the end in mind, starting with that end goal and planning backwards to outline all the necessary steps. My primary is an elephant. My secondary, in the model is an owl. And I always do this, begin with the end in mind. Even my day, I start my day and I think like, okay, imagine myself coming back to bed and I think about how my day was. And I was like, today was amazing. And I ask myself, what had to happen in order for me to feel that way? And then I work backwards from that. And that gives me my target. So backward planning can be a huge, amazing advantage, a technique to be able to support you as an owl. Owls can benefit from starting with the end goal and planning backwards to outline all the necessary steps. This method leverages an owl's analytical strengths. And then finally, some tools for owls to reach goals, set goals, depending on your computer, depending on your devices. You could use Microsoft Project or Gantt charts. These are tools that help owls visualize the timeline and the dependencies between tasks, aiding in detailed planning and processes. A tip, because we go technique and then we go tool and tip, could include contingency plans. What's a contingency plan? Owls should plan for potential challenges or setbacks. What if this doesn't work? As their methodical nature appreciates having a plan B. And if you're an owl, I'm sure this resonates with you. Number 3, you have your dolphins, right? So code, the D stands for dolphins. Their dominant trait is creativity. They are visionaries. A technique to reach goals are vision boards. Do you have a vision board? Creating a visual representation of your goals can inspire and motivate dolphins who are driven by creativity and seeing a big picture. You can go through a magazine or print things out, put them onto a piece of paper so you can see it on a regular, right? The tool, there are many different tools that could help dolphins be able to set and get goals. There's one that's a mind mapping program. There are many apps that do that sees the whole picture, or maybe a project management app like Trello. These are platforms that allow for flexible and creative planning. So it lets dolphins adjust as their ideas inevitably evolve. And then finally, the tip for dolphins, keep goals inspirational. Dolphins, they could see a path of the future, but there's also a lot of passion behind that path. And so dolphins should really ensure their goals connect to a larger purpose or vision, because that keeps you engaged and keeps you excited. And then finally, the E in code are your elephants, and their dominant trait is empathy. They are our collaborators. And the technique I would recommend is collaborative goal setting. Setting goals as part of a team, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your work, or some kind of community, can be very effective for elephants as it leverages your strengths, tapping into empathy and collaboration. A tool that could be supportive for you, some people use Asana, A-S-A-N-A, or Monday.com. There are many of these. These are project management tools that are great for group interaction, group settings. It helps elephants keep everyone's tasks and goals aligned, and it's very transparent. And then finally, the tip for elephants for goal setting and getting is to include others in your goals. Elephants can find greater motivation and accountability when their goals include elements of helping and supporting others. Each type can significantly enhance their goal setting effectiveness by using techniques and tools and these tips that are catered to your unique attributes. This tailored approach not only helps in achieving the goals, but also makes the journey more enjoyable and aligned with your innate nature. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you go to mybrainanimal.com and unlock your potential and the power that you have to not only set goals, but also to get those goals based on your brain type. Please post online your brain animal. When you go through this, we give you art. When we do the reveal on which brain animal you are, post that, tag me in it, tag Kwik Learning at Kwik Learning also as well, so we get to see it. I'm curious what the dominant brain type of our community is. And please, if you can, link to the quiz, text it to your family members, because it's interesting for them to know their brain type also as well. And it takes the judgment, I find, off of ourselves and others, because people are just working with their strengths. It's kind of like your love language for your brain. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. 1.5 million subscribers. Join our community of lifelong learners and earners. So thank you so much. And I look forward to the next episode. Until then, always be limitless.